While there were a lot of speakers here to talk about technology at this year's Montana Economic Summit, there was one man who stepped on stage who knows more about deploying broadband than anyone else that was here. Google CEO Eric Schmidt's appearance was one of the highlights for many at the summit, giving people a chance to hear a bit of the philosophy that has turned the company into an internet juggernaut. Perhaps surprisingly, Schmidt started with a pessimistic wake-up call, relating an economy where fewer Americans are employed and companies are investing more in capital and people, with globalization causing continued slide in middle-class jobs. Still, Schmidt believes new firms are growing because risks are being taken, and the internet is lowering barriers. However, in Montana, the lack of broadband is still a big problem. 3 years ago, Montana cities were in the thick of competition for Google's pilot fiber optic project. Today, little has changed. And while he didn't come bearing broadband plans for the Big Sky, Schmidt says Google's lessons elsewhere could help here.
We're doing this so that we can create a competitive environment, that we think our competitors will also be able to use this technology. So we're trying to sort of move broadband forward. I think from the standpoint of here in Montana, there's in fact a fair amount of fiber in Montana that's been placed in various places, and I would figure out a way to get it lit. And I think that's a pretty high priority. All of what I'm talking about depends on very good access to fiber to the cities, and then as best 4G wireless access as you can possibly come up with.
Schmidt believes that connectivity combined with the right business climate could help Montana thrive in the coming decade.
Growth comes from small, fast-growing companies. A lot of those can easily be in Montana.
In Butte, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.